China is rapidly becoming middle class, and that means that many Chinese are, for the first time in their lives, learning to spend money on having fun. Even China's old people are getting in on the act. They have a reputation for never spending a penny on themselves, but like much of the conventional wisdom about China, that simply isn't true anymore. Today's Chinese elderly have lived through some of the toughest times in human history. When they were little, there was a devastating famine. When they were teenagers, there was the Cultural Revolution. But now, senior China is really starting to enjoy itself.
我们中国老年人有很多可以活动的场所，有体育，有文艺，对吧？有的又健身，打打太极拳啊什么的，对吧？也可以。有的喜欢唱歌就唱歌，对吧？有的喜欢跳舞，也可以，对吧？那我们呢，喜欢骑车，对吧？骑自行车，到处世界各国，世界上面就是我们中国到处都有。看那个，我们因为不想骑车嘛，我们想到哪一个地方玩，就那个地方就停下来看一看大好河山，对吧？
Miss Yang belongs to a senior biking club in Shanghai. But even people half their age would have trouble keeping up with these Chinese elders. They normally bike a minimum of 100 kilometers a day. It's particularly ironic that people who used to have no alternative but a bike to get back and forth to work are now choosing to cycle for the sheer joy of it. Miss Yang's cycling mate, Mr. Lin, is a former top official of a state-owned enterprise. He says elders like him would rather spend money on biking equipment than on medicine.
特别是着装，要打扮了靓丽一点，有年轻化的感觉。在我们这一代的人中间呢，我们的装备和这个自行车的一个质量都在3000至4000左右。对这个数字来说呢，有些人呢，有点就是紧张。 有些人呢，在这方面呢，还是比较慷慨，因为这个是为健康投资。
So after decades of what Chinese call eating bitterness, some of China's old people have started spending money on more palatable fare. Healthy foods, healthy activities, travel. The so-called silver market in China is one of the fastest-growing consumer markets in the world. And they aren't just buying incontinence pads.
It's estimated that the over 60s population in China is now about 230 million people. So to put that in perspective, that's equivalent to the combined populations of the United Kingdom, Italy, France and Germany. So it's a sizable number. And in terms of their spending, their consumer spending last year, it was equivalent to the entire GDP of Austria. Beijing. And I think there's a massive opportunities for companies to come in and actually produce products and services aimed at these people that deal with the good side of life. But what I think people are looking for is more fun in the products, more engagement. A lot of products are marketed in China, are marketed at the over 55s, tend to be very sort of dour and uninteresting.
So China's elders are proving the stereotypes all wrong. They're not all sitting at home, counting their renminbi, hoping it's enough money for a hospital stay or maybe a nice cemetery plot. Many of them are active, adventurous, and even well-heeled. They have time, they have money, and they like to try new things. Sounds like just what the doctor ordered for their health and for the budding new market that depends on them. Patti Waldmeir, Financial Times, Shanghai.